According to the beliefs of the Hopi of the Southwest, man is created perfect in the image of his creator. In the book of the Hopi, Frank Waters notes the belief that the living body of man and the living body of the earth were constructed in the same way. Through each ran an axis, man's axis being the backbone, the vertebral column, which controlled the equilibrium of his movements and his functions. Along this axis were several vibratory centers, which echoed the primordial sound of life through the universe. References to the chakras are found among the Hopi, the Inca, and the Maya, as well as many other Aboriginal cultures around the world. The chakras rotate clockwise in the same direction that the spiral arms of the galaxy revolve. Each chakra has a unique frequency that we perceive as one of the 7 colors of the rainbow. The Amazon shamans believe that when you clear all your chakras, you acquire a rainbow body. Each center then vibrates at its natural frequency, and you radiate the 7 colors of the rainbow. When your chakras are clear, you're no longer stalked by death. You are claimed by life, and therefore you can never again be claimed by death. My mentor taught me that we have 9 chakras. 7 of them are within the physical body, while 2 are outside the body. He called the 8th chakra the Viracocha, which is the name of the Creator or Great Spirit, and which means the source of the sacred. The 8th chakra resides within a luminous energy field. It hovers above the head like a spinning sun. It is our connection with the Great Spirit, the place where God dwells within us. The 9th chakra, on the other hand, is the source of spirit itself. It is where we reside in spirit. There is only one 9th chakra, whereas each one of us has an individual 8th chakra or soul. There's only one spirit, and we are all one within spirit. When we die, the 8th chakra expands into a luminous egg and envelops the other 7 chakras in a vessel of light. After a period of atonement and purification, the 8th chakra manufactures another body, and it is done again and again over so many lifetimes. It leads us to our biological parents and to the best life, not the easiest, to acquire the experiences we need to grow spiritually. The traumatic memories of our previous lifetimes are transferred into our next body as imprints in our luminous energy field. The 8th chakra corresponds to the Christian concept of the soul, which is personal and finite. The 9th chakra corresponds to spirit, which is impersonal and infinite. The 8th chakra manifests within time. The Egyptians called it the Ka. The 9th chakra is present in the timeless now, a point without time, unfettered to history. It is immanent and transcendent, never dying and never having been born. The Egyptians referred to it as the Ku. I believe that today we must develop the gifts of both the earth chakras and the sky chakras. The first chakra, the element is earth. The color is red. The body aspects are the physical foundation of your being, the elimination of wastes, the legs, the feet, testosterone, estrogen, the rectum. The primary instinct is survival and procreation. The psychological aspects are feeding, shelter, safety, ability to provide for oneself. The glands are the ovaries and the testes. The seeds are the potential for an awakening of Kundalini and of abundance. The negative expressions are hoarding, predatory behavior, mindless violence, chronic fatigue, birth trauma, and abandonment issues. When the first chakra is disconnected from Mother Earth, we can feel orphaned and motherless. The masculine principle predominates, and we look for security from material things. Individuality prevails over relationship, and selfish drives triumph over family, social, and global responsibility. The second chakra. The element is water. Color is orange. Body aspects are digestion, intestines, kidneys, urinary tract, sexual potency, adrenaline, lower back pain, menstrual pain, loss of appetite. The primary instinct is sexuality. The psychological aspects are power, money, sex, control, fear, fighting, passion, self-esteem, sexual or emotional abuse, inherited parental issues, and incest. The glands are the adrenals. The seeds are the potential for creativity, compassion, and family. The negative expressions are fear and fighting. Like the organs in the body, each chakra performs a unique function. The first and second chakras digest emotional energies, churning them over to draw out nutrients. They can metabolize the energies from physical and emotional trauma and turn them into sources of power and light. The lower chakras return to the earth the heavy energies that they cannot metabolize into fuel. When the first chakra is disconnected from Mother Earth, the lower centers are unable to expel emotional wastes. There's no exit channel. These wastes turn into toxic sludge that adhere to the walls of a chakra and slow its spinning. When sludge builds in our second chakra, where the fight or flight response resides, for example, we interpret the world as hostile and aggressive. Shamans believe that fear is the greatest enemy. It is a cunning adversary that you must defeat so that it does not sap your strength. The task is to get to know and to befriend your fear, to turn it into a warning mechanism and not as a trigger for the fight or flight response. Remember that fear is the absence of love. The third chakra. The element is fire. The color is yellow. The body aspects are the stomach, the abdomen, the liver, the pancreas, storing and releasing energy, the spleen. The primary instinct is power. The psychological aspects are courage, expression in the world. The glands are the pancreas. The seeds are of autonomy, individuation, selfless service, fulfillment of dreams, and longevity. The negative expressions are gastrointestinal disorders, anorexia, sorrow, pride, ego inflation, neurotic symptoms, low energy, a victim mentality, temper tantrums, and shame. The third chakra is the power center of the luminous energy system. Its power can be used creatively to manifest our aspirations in the world. When it is used destructively, it can express our primary libido, which manifests as neurotic symptoms, including shame and guilt. When we awaken the power of this chakra, we experience fearlessness and a resolve that cannot be deterred by adversity. The fourth chakra. The element is air. The color is green. The body aspects are circulatory system, lungs, breasts, heart, asthma, immune deficiencies. The primary instinct is love. The psychological aspects are hope, surrender to another, love, compassion, intimacy. The gland is the thymus. The seeds are the potential for selfless love and forgiveness. The negative expressions are ego, aggrandizement, resentment, selfishness, grief, loneliness, abandonment, and betrayal. A balanced heart chakra allows us to commit to intimacy in love. It integrates the masculine and feminine principles within us, and we are no longer seeking our missing half outside ourselves. The fifth chakra. The element is light. The color is blue. The body aspects are throat, mouth, neck, esophagus. The instinct is psychic expression. The psychological aspects are the manifesting of dreams, creativity, communication, faith. The glands are the thyroid and the parathyroid. The seeds are personal power, faith, and will. The negative expressions are betrayal, addictions, psychosis, sleep disorder, lies, fear of speaking out, gossiping, toxicity. The fifth chakra is our psychic center. It is responsible for clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, and the ability to communicate without words. A dysfunctional fifth chakra can result in unwanted psychic experiences, even in a borderline personality who becomes easily susceptible to psychoses and neuroses. The fifth chakra gives us the ability to envision possible futures and to act on our vision. The solar plexus, heart, and throat chakras, the third, fourth, and fifth, are nurtured by the finer energies of love, compassion, and empathy. They are not equipped to digest emotions of any kind. The sixth chakra. The element is pure light. The color is indigo. The body aspects are the brain, the eyes, the nervous system. The instinct is truth. The psychological aspects are reason and logic, intelligence, empathy, depression, stress-related disorders, denial. The gland is the pituitary. The seeds are of enlightenment and self-realization. The negative expression are delusion, neuroses, inadequacy, and seizures. Here we attain the knowledge that we are inseparable from God. We express the divine within ourselves, and we see the divine in others. You realize that you are an eternal being inhabiting a temporal body. Doubt disappears when you step beyond the mind, and desire and longing cease to be driving forces. Shamans say that this chakra cannot be awakened through seeking, but that only those who seek may find its treasures and gifts. When the sixth chakra is malfunctioning, the individual confuses information with knowledge. When the energies of the sixth chakra become distorted, they result in spiritual arrogance and self-aggrandizement. The seventh chakra. The element is pure energy. The color is violet. The body aspects are the skin, the brain, hormonal balances. The instinct is universal ethics. The psychological aspects are selflessness, integrity, wisdom. The gland is the pineal. The seeds are the potential for transcendence and illumination. The negative expressions are psychoses, regression, cynicism. Is spiritual regression masquerading as enlightenment. Those who have mastered the seventh chakra attain unusual powers, including remembering ancient memories belonging to the collective consciousness of humanity. Individuals who master the gifts of this chakra understand that the river of life flows beyond form and formlessness, beyond existence and non-existence. They know infinity independent of time or form. The eighth chakra. The element is the soul. The color is gold. The body aspects. This is the architect of the body. The instinct is transcendence. The psychological aspects are none, and there are no glands associated with it. The seeds are the potential for timelessness. The negative expressions is that it contains the templates of disease and the potential for cosmic horror, such as is experienced by those caught between the worlds of spirit and matter. Neither living nor dead, they are trapped in a nightmarish realm they cannot awaken from. These are the purgatories, what the Buddhists call the Bardo plains. In the eighth chakra, we experience a deep union, not only with all of creation, which happens in the seventh chakra, but with the Creator. The Creator is ineffable and cannot be encapsulated into an image that can be held by our senses. This center is linked to the archetypal domain, the original images and memories that belong to the human collective. The ninth chakra. The element is the spirit. The color is translucent white light. The body aspects are none. The instinct is of liberation. The psychological aspects are none. There are no glands associated with it. And the seeds are the potential for infinity. And it has no negative expressions. And the sky chakras are fed by the subtlest of spiritual energies. The ninth chakra represents the self that has never been born and will never die. This self is prior to time, and it never enters the river through which time flows. It is prior to space and existed before the universe manifested. The process of the ninth chakra is the ability to keep a secret, even from yourself. The secret is that a very long time ago, that immense force that we know as God decided from its place in the unmanifest void to experience itself. So it manifested 12 billion years ago as a singularity from which all the matter in our universe was formed. The immense force continued to explore itself through all forms of life, as grasshopper, whale, planets, and moons. Yet since the immense force was omnipresent and omniscient, each of its manifestations also possessed these qualities. Therefore, it had to keep the nature of its being a secret even from itself, in order to know itself through its 10,000 forms.